Hello and welcome. I'm Victoria, and if you're here today, that means you must be like me and you must be looking for some kind of guidance in your current situation in life, feeling like some of you might be feeling stuck, some of you might be feeling like you don't really know where you want to go in life right now, like you have several choices or you have no idea if you have any kind of choices. Maybe you feel super stuck where you are and you feel like you can't go anywhere. And some of you might be feeling like complete blank slates, like, yeah, I can do whatever I want. Now is the time when I'm really gonna be discovering who I wanna be, who I really came here to be, and what I wanna leave in the world as well. I think that's really important too. And I'm hearing some noise from all of my neighbors. If you hear it too, it's just a confirmation that there's a lot of noise around us right now. There's a lot of distractions, and I can see it in myself and in my life too. There's so many options, there's so many things you can even do in a day. You can choose, do you want to do this, do you want to do that, and each thing kind of brings you to a new path. Each thing that you choose takes you down a different path, and that's why it can be really hard to make some of these choices, because if you're like me, you might be feeling like, well, I don't want to make the wrong choice, so what if I just don't make any choice? And then then you're kind of stuck. You're kind of keeping yourself in a little loop, or just a little box of fear. Wow, this is getting really real. But I did want to get guidance for us to see, what we can do. If you're here, that means if you're still here, that means you're definitely wondering what will come through now. So I hope you're excited as me to see what's gonna come through for us. And this is honestly a reading that I wanted to do for myself, but I felt strongly called that I'm not the only one that's going through this. So what comes through might be helpful to someone out there. And I'm going to be using this deck that's a tarot deck with Genshin Impact characters. If you guys have heard of that game, then, you'll know what I'm talking about. So let's see what came out. Of course, we have the Emperor, and this character is Zhongli. That's a very strong start to this reading. We are the Emperor. Look at him. He's kind of holding this. It's almost like he's holding the world in his hand, or He's a very powerful character, very, very strong character, very grounded character, a character that's very what's the word? People love him, people admire him. Yes, he's very admired. And he also kind of has I don't give a fuck attitude as well, and kind of does what he wants. Let's say that he's like a god, an archon, and he just decides that he doesn't want to have his powers. He's gonna give them, he has a great reason to. He's going to give them to the people, give the power away to the people. He doesn't need the power. He allows the people to govern themselves because he sees the potential in the people. So I feel like this is also speaking as to something that we've been working on, people that we've been helping potentially. We have helped them enough. We've been in this cycle with them. We've been in this game or chapter with them for long enough, and we can see that they're able to move forward by themselves now. So we're not really needed. We can see that, it's like a parent allowing their child to, fly out of the coop, because you can see that they've grown enough and now they need to experience something else. So we're kind of starting anew, and we might have absolutely no idea where we're going or what we're gonna do, but there's power in that. We hold the world in our hands. We have the power, and we're very protected. He's a character that has a very strong shield, and he protects everybody. So that is definitely a sign of protection, very strong protection. So our path is protected. And we definitely have, we can go whatever way we want. I really feel that strongly, that we're being pushed towards a specific area. And now we got Diluk, the judgment card. So judgment is usually following a certain call. So we're following the call. And I feel, even stepping into that Emperor energy, recognizing that what you've worked enough on that, and now it's time to do something else, that is following the call. So if you feel strongly pulled towards a particular area that might feel a little bit scary and unknown, know that you are being guided there, and that there's a lot of fire there. He's like a fire character. So you see him with the flame bird. And he's he was a powerful character when the game came out. And he's a very mysterious character as well. So there's mystery in that. You don't really know exactly where you're going. Another part of him is that he kind of has like a Batman story to him. He's like the rich character that during the night he goes and saves people in his city. And there's something about that. People don't need to know what you're doing. You don't need to tell people, I'm thinking of going on this path, and I'm thinking about doing this. Yeah, of course, there's power in telling those you trust, because everybody needs help. Batman has Robin, and he has his butler, right? And in the game, I'm pretty sure the main character found out about him and then helps him as well. So there's power in trusting the right people and telling them what you're thinking of doing and moving forward in that. But there's also a lot of power in not instantly disclosing what you're thinking of doing to everybody, because people don't need to know. Your path is your own path. It's not everybody else's path, and you definitely do not need anybody else's permission to go on that path. So just trust that passion within you, trust the fire, because it's guiding you. And like a phoenix, it's like we're being reborn like a phoenix. We have the Page of Cups, the Wanderer. This is a really, really interesting card to come through, because he's a character that initially starts out as a villain, and then turns to, well, I guess a good guy, if good is what you can call him. But there's something about his name as well. Like, one thing about him is he changes elements. So he goes from being an electro character to like a Nemo wind character. And again, a transition, a change from your current role to another role. And of course, now he's the Page of Cups because he's starting anew. So again, it's really confirming that, yes, if you are really thinking of starting something new, now is your time to really step into that and really start acting on it, really start, because it's a Page of Cups, really feeling into that, feeling into your heart. For example, if you find yourself with free time and you don't know what to do with it, and you're wondering, should I do this or that? What would be best for me to do? Just maybe take a moment and focus on your heart and ask yourself, what really, where is my heart calling me to? What is the thing that I would love doing the most right now? It might surprise you too. And it's the Wanderer card, so you don't have to constantly be doing the same thing. You don't have to keep yourself on the same track, I guess. You can try different things out. You can be a wanderer. Then now's your time. Now's your time to experiment. Oh, and 2 cards came out here. Oh, it's actually more than 2. Let's see this one first. We have 2 of Swords with Noel. Again, we have the choice of 2 of Swords. And 2 of Swords is usually a card that speaks on potentially having a third choice. You think you have 2 choices, but you might have a third choice, or you know, in some situations, you might even want to do one thing. But speaking on the character herself, she is a very helpful character, a character that always tries to help others. She wants to be a knight. She's a maid that wants to be a knight. Cute. So if you're feeling like you want to become something, but you're not sure of yourself yet, it's okay. Keep trying, because actually a lot of characters admire her for her strength, and she is very strong and amazing. And even though she herself doesn't have that courage and she has courage, but she doesn't have the confidence. So if you don't yet have the confidence, don't worry, because as you keep going, you will notice people will notice, you know, whatever you're doing. The people that you share your ideas with, they're going to encourage you. Hopefully you're going to choose the right people, and I'm sure you will. If you're still watching this, you're definitely going to choose the right people. Just have confidence in yourself, and don't feel like you need to get things right or perfect instantly. And it takes time to become a knight, right? It's gonna take her some time to transition from being a maid to a knight, but it's not impossible. Again, she's a very strong character. Yeah. Another card we have here is the King of Wands. Oh my goodness. We have Sino here. So we have some Egyptian themes, and I think he was designed after Anubis. So some of you might be working with some Egyptian deities, Anubis in particular. There's something about the dark side and about death. I mean, of course, we've been talking about an ending and new beginnings. So we have those themes there about death and rebirth, and we had the phoenix kind of energy as well. There's something about him and the way he has his hand as well. There's been a lot of the characters are holding something, which is not surprising, but something about holding something. And it almost felt like, when I was looking at it from far away, it felt like there was an eye on the hand too. There isn't, but it felt like there was, and I think that's significant. There's something about awakening something new and seeing things, allowing yourself to see things from someone else's perspective. Because, for example, Noelle, she sees herself. She probably sees herself as quite weak, but if she saw herself from someone else's point of view, I'm sure she would be able to notice her strengths, and there is power in that. And specifically, seeing yourself from the perspective of a higher being. I really think for those of you listening right now, you have the ability to do that. If you call on a certain deity, it doesn't even have to be the ones I mentioned. I really feel like they are going to allow you. And if you ask them to show you how they see you, I think they are going to show you a version of yourself that is going to blow your mind away, and it's going to make you realize a lot of things. But anyway, the King of Wands coming through, it's a lot of power. There's a lot of fire and masculine energy here. So that's a lot of action, a lot of moving forward. So again, I guess we're being encouraged to move forward, to trust and follow. And it's not even trusting these readings or any kind of signs. It's trusting your heart and whatever fire is burning within you. You know, you kind of feel it in yourself. Oh, I really would like to go out and do that. Like, I really want to watch this video, or I really, really want to watch this movie. And then it shows you something, and then it inspires you in some kind of way. And then you're thinking, oh, I really want to redecorate my whole house. And then that leads to a whole other thing. Maybe you meet someone. I mean, the options are endless. Everybody's gonna be in a different situation completely. But it's about the power that we currently hold. We hold a lot of power right now. And, well, it would be a waste to not use it, right? And the last card that came out is the Queen of Wands. Wow. That is actually very shocking. The Queen of Wands and the King of Wands came out together. And, I mean, it's an interesting mix of characters to come through. The Queen of Wands, Shenhe, I won't lie, she's definitely not a character that I would make the Queen of Wands, but I'm sure there's a reason she's coming through right now. I think it's also to complement the King of Wands and say, it's not just your masculine that's taking action, it's the masculine and feminine working together. So I feel that we're being encouraged to kind of blend both our sides, both our masculine and feminine sides, and let them work together. And for some of you, that may be even working in a group, working with someone. If you're the divine masculine, you might be working with the divine feminine, or vice versa. And it's kind of encouraging people to work with the other energies. So if you feel like you're one more than the other, then work with someone who has the other one more than yours. And I'm sure you'll know what I mean when I say that. But anyway, moving forward again, both of them use spears too. That's probably why they're both the King and Queen of Wands. But there is something about the spear, and there's symbology about the spear that I unfortunately don't remember, but if you know it, leave it down in the comments and hopefully it will help someone. It'll definitely help me. And if I remember, I'll leave it down in the description or the comments. But there is symbology about that there. There is a feeling of opening up. This character definitely is one that kind of opens up. She's been in isolation in a way. And then she goes out into to be around humans and starts to learn how to be around humans again. So you might be feeling like you're a bit like that too. Maybe you've been very isolated in the past, but now it's really your time to start with this brand new beginning. I feel like you'll be showing others your skills way more. You'll be showing what you've learned and what you've been working on a lot more. So, if you haven't seen your friends in a long time and you've learned a lot of new things, maybe about spirituality, you're going to meet with them and start teaching them, and they'll be really interested in that. And maybe you even create a community like that. Just examples of potentials, futures. But it's definitely important what you've been working on this whole time in your isolation. I mean, she was training and she became very powerful. And then she got to use her powers for good to help people. That's what she wanted to do, to help people and save them in the end. And that's very admirable. And I think that's what I was saying about the Emperor character, that he's very admired by others. Now I have an oracle deck here. We have the Walker, the Unknown, and a Journey. So again, like the Wanderer coming through, we are on a journey and it's unknown. It's just confirming. I guess let go and enjoy the journey. Allow yourself to enjoy the journey. Don't push yourself. Don't feel like you need to be perfect. Don't feel like you need to figure things out. Like a bird is probably not thinking, oh, I'm going to go from A to B. It's probably just flying. And then it gets to there somehow. Or it gets somewhere. Although I'm not a bird, I can't confirm whether or not that's true. But I can imagine that they aren't thinking linearly like we humans are. Because a lot of times we think, okay, I need to be in this career and I need to climb a certain way and get to a certain point, but that's not exactly how it is. And that we all know that it's always like a crazy road. For some people it might be that A to B, but for most it's not. And there's a reason that we are led the places that we are led to. And there's a beauty in the unknown, although it can be very scary. If you're like me and it's very scary for you, then that means it's something that you're supposed to be learning now in this life, how to let go and really allow things to not be known. Because for me, even when I played games, I would need to look at a walkthrough because I felt like I didn't like playing the game and wasting my time getting a bad ending or not getting everything without a walkthrough, so I used one. But if you do that with life, it defeats the purpose of it in a way. It's not bad to here and there look at the walkthrough or get some guidance like we are right now. But the point is to kind of make your own journey, and that's the most fun and beautiful experiences, isn't it? Because when you kind of go through it perfectly, yeah, that's great. You experience everything it has to offer, or most things, the best way the first time. But then, let's be honest, it's probably way more fun if you're playing it with some friends and just enjoying and having fun and picking choices. That's a lot of game talk here. I hope you guys understand, but I don't know, there's power to that. So now we have the archer, biding your time and planning ahead. So don't rush into things. Definitely it's time for planning. And the arrow is there. It really feels like the arrow has been shot. And we don't need to worry. You don't need to worry because it's going. It's happening. Whatever you do, it's gonna take off. You just need to start planning. I mean, shoot the arrow. I think that's the point, actually. You need to shoot the arrow so that you can start getting things going. And you don't have to make these huge steps. You can start slow and small. And there's something about striking at the right time too. Like an archer who's hunting and looking at the prey. You need to be at the perfect time and let the arrow loose at the perfect time. So there's definitely something about that, not rushing into things, but also not allowing chances to pass you by. Because if a deer is walking slowly, you could still miss it. You could still shoot late. And then, you get to miss out on your chance. And I know people don't like to hear that, but it is a thing. We can miss out on particular opportunities and chances. And it's okay if we do miss them because, again, life is a journey. You'll get another opportunity or you'll just go towards another path, and that's okay. But I don't want anybody to be thinking that you'll never miss your opportunity because you can definitely miss opportunities. Another card that came through is the Assassin, ruthlessness and conviction. So I really think with the archer and with this, it's really talking about starting to plan and realizing what your convictions are, what your beliefs are, why are you doing what you want to do? Why do you want to do this thing that you feel passionate about? And what is your reason? Do you have any inspirations? And what's the other part? They don't want me to say the other part. And again, we have the death symbology too, and the eye kind of opening. It's a very important time. And there's flowers growing out of this skull. So death can bring beauty. Death can even be beautiful, but it can bring life. It's just that it's not what you expect. This human skull is there. It's not creating a new human. It's creating flowers, and that's okay. You don't always need to create something that's the same thing as everybody else's or the same thing you've been creating your whole life. You can create something new. You can allow yourself to explore and not back down. Don't back down. Even if people tell you, I don't think this is a great idea. This sounds ridiculous. And that's why I was saying, be careful who you're telling about your new ideas, because some people are going to be super supportive and great allies, and some people won't. And the last card that came out is the divine timing evaluation. Like I was saying, there's a timing to things. Like the hunter, you need to time it. You need to time when you're actually gonna shoot, when you're actually gonna do it. And that doesn't mean that you have to rush. You can plan things out. Allow yourself to have enough time for everything. Definitely keep going though. And with the diviner, I really feel like right now, if you have your own cards, it is a great time to ask for assistance in some kind of way. Grab your own cards and, try to come up with creative ways of asking questions about your particular overarching question. Like if it's what you should do in life, try to ask your question in a bit of a different way. Like, what would be a great role for me? Because I strongly feel like we're being encouraged to be more creative, and there's a particular way that we need to ask questions so that we get the right answers. We do have the ability to divine and to get the answers. It's just that we need to ask the questions in the right way, which can be hard sometimes, but not impossible. And if you guys don't read cards, then there's some other way that you can receive this information. Again, it can even be randomly watching a movie you felt really inspired to watch, and then you see a character there that you resonate with so much, and you feel like, oh my God, I feel like that, and I want to do that. And that's kind of, it's showing me like my life progression, because a lot of times we can see ourselves in the characters, especially the ones that we love, in stories, and we can see our life mirroring theirs and their life mirroring ours, and it's really eye-opening and it really helps. So yeah, feeling very drained now after this reading, but I'm so excited. And honestly, the King and Queen of Wands coming out together, it just means that this is amazing. This is great. You're really on the right track. It's really a really powerful time. It's a really powerful energy. So I'm excited. I'm excited for you. I'm excited for me. And I hope you are too. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a most amazing day. I love you all. Oh, and if you're interested in personal readings, details on how you can contact me are in the description below. Anyway, have the most amazing day. Bye.